In this exercise, we're going to look at creating or really editing or adding parts to our pressure pipe network. So let's go to our exercise. It's the 1102 pressure pipe network create. We see that our pressure pipe network has actually already been started. We have a T, a pipe, a gate valve, and then a good portion of the road laid out. We are simply tying in from the connection to our existing water line to our proposed that we've laid out for our subdivision. So to do this, we're just going to pick on any part that's a part of this existing pressure pipe network, and we're going to choose to edit network. Now notice this is a little bit different in the contextual ribbon than the pipe networks we were looking at. Notice when we choose to edit network, we choose which form of editing that we're doing. Is it plan or is it profile? So we're going to choose plan layout tools, and unlike the standard pipe network layout and design, the toolbar doesn't open, but rather we get a very specific ribbon just for doing plan layout for our pressure network. We're going to focus in on the network settings. That panel is very similar to when we create a pipe network. It asks us for the parts list. We see the parts list there, the surface, an alignment if we're working with it. There is one additional item here. What is the standard cover? So it works similar to rules as we lay out our pressure pipe network in plan. It will use the surface and make sure that we have enough cover by default. We have in our layout, this focuses on the pipes that are available in our parts list, and we can choose to use the pipe along with the appropriate fittings that are available in the parts list, or we can just choose pipes only. In this case, we're just going to choose pipes only. We'll add the fittings in just a minute. And as we get close to the gate valve, notice what occurs. We have a very similar glyph, or that little preview, that little symbol that tells us that if I pick right now, that pipe will be connected to the gate valve. So I'm just going to go ahead and pick. As I do, because I chose pipes only, not pipes and look for the appropriate fitting, I only have the ability to lay out the pipe according to the deflection that is built within that pipe part. And so we're just going to pull across, and I'm going to go to the center of this circle. I'm going to go ahead and end adding that pipe. We're going to add a fitting now. We're going to choose the fitting that we're going to add, a 45-degree elbow. Choose to add a fitting, and again, as we get close to a pipe that the fitting can connect to, we get a little preview. Because this is a fitting and not a pipe, it's a different type of little symbol, but that symbol also, again, tells me that we're about to connect to that pipe. Since we're doing two fittings, we're going to go ahead and come over here and add a 45-degree elbow as well. I'm going to press enter to end the command. And notice that our fittings have been connected to the pipes, but in both cases the fittings went the wrong way. The software is trying. It has a 50-50 chance. And so what we're going to do is going to pick on that fitting. And there are a ton of different grips. And this grip allows us to move the fitting along with the connected pipe in the current direction of the pipe. We can add an additional pipe coming straight off this fitting according to the deflection allowed. We can just grip edit the location of that fitting. But notice we also have the ability to do some flips depending on the direction that we want to flip. In this case, we want to flip this connection going this direction. And we're going to do the same with the other elbow. I'm going to pick on it using the grip, so we're simply going to flip it. And so now both of our elbows are facing the correct direction. I hit escape, and still using this standard ribbon for plan layout, I'm going to choose pipes only, and I literally just make sure that I'm connected with that little preview, pick, and go until I see the preview again. And so what we've done is we've connected or really created pipes, fittings, and also looked at some of the editing features working with these pipes. And we're going to go ahead and take a look here. When we said they connected in 3D. And so this entire system now has been laid out. The pipe you see goes right into the fitting. The fittings and the pipes work together based upon the parameters or properties in the parts list to know, of course, the amount of deflection and what those fittings are capable of, how far the pipe goes in, and so forth. So there's a lot of information that is written back into the part itself, just as we saw with the standard pipe network system.